This morning, new developments on that massive Kodak deal we told you about last week. The federal agency that was supposed to give the photography company a $765 million loan to develop pharmaceutical ingredients is now putting that deal on hold after it came under serious scrutiny. Jeffrey Rogo has been following this story for the Wall Street Journal. He joins us now. Jeff, the day before the DFC, that's the agency, put this deal on hold, they told my colleague John Allen they didn't see anything inappropriate with this transaction. And then voila, the next day it's on freeze. Walk us through what happened here.
Well, it's a fascinating story. So over the last 3 weeks, we first saw a run up in the stock before the announcement. The reason for that, according to our reporting, is that this news was given to local press in Rochester, where Kodak is based, ahead of the deal. They didn't tell local press that it was embargoed, so they published it. They then asked those journalists in Rochester to remove it from their website. And this is a problem. We have laws in this country called Regulation Fair Disclosure. And what it means is we want everyone in the market to know everything at the same time. This created a series of those who knew and those who didn't, which was really problematic in the market. The next morning, Rachel Levy on our team breaks the story of what exactly this deal is, and the stock surges. It goes from $2 to $60. But there are a couple issues. One was the Monday run-up, and two, a day before the deal, option grants were given to Jim Continenza, the CEO of Kodak, which at one point during the run-up netted him about $100 million. Since then, the SEC has opened an investigation. Congress is looking into the deal, and the stock has fallen all the way back down this morning to $9. And the deal is officially on hold while DFC waits for the results of the investigation from the Securities and Exchange Commission and Congress.
So we know that today the stock is down almost 40%. That CEO and some of the largest shareholders, clearly insiders, in the last 2 weeks when the stock ran from 2 to 60 or thereabouts, do we know if they sold out, if they cashed out of any of these monster positions?
So no executives of the firm, as far as we can tell, have sold out of their monster positions. As we said, Mr. Continenza's stock was valued near $100 million at one point. It's now back below 20, which is still more money than most of us will make in a year, but it has fallen back significantly. Two people connected to the company, however, did sell. One gentleman, Moses, who is not a board member, but he is the father-in-law of a board member and a large shareholder, sold in the middle of the run-up. And another gentleman, Mr. Carfunkel, who is a board member, donated his shares to a local synagogue, which isn't a sale, but he will get the tax benefits of that sale from the stock on its highest day.
So let's just get this straight. The father-in-law of a board member cashes out. Another board member cashes out and donates his position to a charity. I believe that charity, he's the board chair of that charity as well, so he controls that. These are major numbers in tens of millions of dollars. He is the president of that charity. Do we know if any investigations are going on around the board members, the executives, these massive shareholders? Because I can't think of a stock out there that has seen these kind of swings in such a short period of time.
So two things. One, we don't know of any investigation into those shares. We do know the investigation is focused on the Monday disclosure of the news and the options grants given to Mr. Continenza. The company says about the options grants, these were the first board meeting since a dilution in the shares, and they were trying to make him whole from a previous dilution. In terms of the donation and the stock sales you mentioned, right now we don't know that they're investigating. The SEC says they're taking a hard look at everything. So our expectation is all of this is in play. And Mr. Navarro this morning said he is also on hold waiting the results of this investigation.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.